Let's talk about the bystander effect. So, for those of you who don't know what it means, is bystander effect means the more number of people present during an emergency, the less likely any one person is to extend help. The most simple example that I can think of is when there's an accident on the road and a lot of people just gather and watch, right? And nobody actually comes to help or to rescue, right? The idea that more the number of people, the less likely any one person is to help seems counterintuitive, right? The general logic dictates that more people equals more help. But actually, quite the opposite happens because when there are a lot of people gathered in a scenario like this, right, in a situation of crisis, uh, responsibility gets diffused, and your mind quietly says that someone else will handle it. The problem with that is every single person there is thinking the exact same thing, right? Because of which ultimately no one ends up helping or no one ends up acting. And there are several reasons for it. Number one reason is that when you're alone or by yourself, it's very clear who's supposed to act, right? You know what the task is, and you're all by yourself and you act on it. But when it comes to masses, the responsibility gets blurry, right? Or who's to act, right? You don't want to overstep either. So there's that self imposed restriction as well. And another thing that I think prevents people from extending help in a situation like that is that basically their evaluation of the situation, right? You are looking for some social proof wherein you're trying to know for sure if it actually is an emergency or not, right? You don't want to be overreacting to a situation. So that's the fear that your brain has, right? What if I'm overreacting? And that's why, because of which you ultimately end up not acting altogether, right? And another thing that comes into play in a situation like that is the fear of looking stupid, right? Which is an extension of course, misreading the situation, which is again an extension of seeking social proof because you are afraid of misreading the situation. What if you're judged in the action, right? So ultimately, what happens is that your brain chooses social safety over moral action, and in emergencies, hesitation kills more than malice, right? Most harm doesn't happen because people are cruel, right? I mean, they do happen, but it happens also because people are uncertain, and uncertainty feels safer than action until it's too late. That is.